If you're tired of the same anime recommendations being recycled over and over, this list is for you. 2026 actually has some genuinely interesting new series. Weird concepts, emotional stories, and underdogs that don't play by the usual rules. Some are cozy, some are brutal, and some are just straight up clever. So grab your snacks and let's dive. Starting off our list at number 1, we've got Dead Account. Imagine a world where social media doesn't disappear after you die. It becomes haunted. If someone dies with enough regret, their profile turns into a dead account, a digital ghost that can reach through your phone and kill you in the real world. We follow Soji, a controversial streamer who gets dragged into this chaos after receiving messages from someone who shouldn't exist anymore, his sister. Pulled into a hidden world of modern exorcists fighting spirits through technology, Soji is forced to face grief, the internet, and monsters hiding behind screens. If you love dark, disturbingly modern anime with high-stakes battles, this one's a must-watch. It officially premiered on January 10th, 2026. At number 2, we've got Sentenced to be a Hero. In this world, being a hero isn't an honor. It's a death sentence. Criminals like Xylo, our protagonist, are forced into the Hero Force, a special unit that fights the Demon Lord's army over and over, with no retirement and no escape. Xylo is one of the strongest, but that doesn't make him safe. He's hated by the public, treated like trash by the system, and sent from one deadly mission to the next. Along the way, he encounters a mysterious goddess, sparking an alliance that could shake the very system he's trapped in. If you're into hopeless, brutal chaos, this anime proves that being a hero isn't always about glory. Sometimes, it's just survival. The cycle of death and resurrection kicked off on January 3rd, 2026. At number 3, we have Otherworldly Munchkin. Let's speedrun the dungeon with only 1 HP. What would you do if you woke up in a fantasy world with just a grand total of 1 HP to your name? Probably panic, right? But not Yukido. Instead of hiding in a tavern, Yukido does the unthinkable. He starts speedrunning. Armed with broken mechanics, risky plays, and a complete lack of a survival instinct, he's out to treat a deadly fantasy world like a frame-perfect video game, or die trying, again. If you live for glass cannon builds and absolute underdog insanity, this one's built for you. It was originally planned for October 2025. But hey, 2026 is when it's finally coming, and it's gonna be fun. At number 4, we've got Witch Hat Atelier. Ever dreamed of becoming a witch, and then accidentally turned your mom to stone while practicing? That's Coco's life. Now she's thrown into a world where magic isn't just waved with a wand. It's drawn, studied, and earned the hard way. Under the guidance of the witch Kifri, she learns the ropes, faces tricky rivals, and navigates a dangerous world of forbidden spells and rogue witches who play by their own rules. It's cute at first glance, but this story is full of real consequences, clever tricks, and moments that keep you on edge. If you are a die-hard fan of Frieren, I dare you, don't miss this one. Witch Hat Atelier is set to premiere in April 2026. At number 5, we've got The Exiled Heavy Knight Knows How to Game the System. This one's about a gamer who's born into a prestigious family as Elma Edvin. But during his coming-of-age ritual, he draws the worst possible class, Heavy Knight. In this world, that class is seen as useless, slow, and cowardly. So his family does the only reasonable thing. They disown him. But after realizing this world is actually the game he mastered in his past life, Elma uses his game knowledge and pure stubbornness to game the system, becoming the ultimate hero and proving everyone wrong. If you love underdog stories where the main character knows exactly what he's doing, this one's going to hit hard. It is officially set to premiere in 2026. At number 6, we've got Noble Reincarnation. Think he's just a cute little prince? Wrong. Reborn as the 13th prince of a massive empire, and realizing he's basically dead last in the line to the throne, Noah quickly discovers he's not just an ordinary powerless prince, he has cheat abilities, including an infinite level cap and a skill that lets him absorb powers from anyone who pledges loyalty to him. Now using his growing army of allies, sharp strategy, and those broken skills, Noah climbs the ranks, outsmarting rivals and navigating deadly succession struggles. If you love clever strategies, ruthless ambition, and watching an underdog flip the game, this one's a must-watch. Noble Reincarnation was officially premiered on January 4th, 2026. At number 7, we've got the Jack of all trades kicked out of the Heroes Party. Now imagine you are part of an S-rank hero party, but instead of specializing, you do a bit of everything. Swordplay, support magic, and enchantments. And for that, you're labeled a Jack of all trades, master of none, and kicked out by your own childhood friend. That's our boy Orhun. But here's where it gets interesting. Orhun's real strength isn't raw power. It's how fast he learns. On his own, he starts combining sword skills with support magic, picking up new allies, and becoming something way more dangerous, all while his old party starts falling apart. If you like grounded stories with quiet revenge, this one's for you. It officially premiered on January 4th, 2026. At number 8, we've got Kunon the Sorcerer Can See. Think about it. Born blind, living in a world full of magic, and somehow figuring out how to see using water. That's Kunon. But he's not just surviving, he's innovating. Now his ultimate goal is to create magical eyes that actually work, a breakthrough no one else has ever managed. Along the way, he's not only mastering magic, he's showing everyone that limits exist mostly in the mind. But the real question is, what exactly is he going to find looking back at him once he finally opens those magical eyes? If you're curious about a fantasy story that's a little different, full of clever twists, this one is definitely worth checking out. At number 9, we have Rollover and Die. I will fight for an ordinary life with my love and the cursed sword. We follow Flum, a young girl who was chosen for a hero's party despite having absolutely zero stats. But instead of protecting her, the party treats her like dead weight. She's betrayed, sold into slavery, and eventually thrown to monsters just for entertainment. But when Flum grabs a cursed sword that's meant to kill its wielder, everything flips. Thanks to her rare skill called Reversal, the curse turns into power, transforming her from a victim into a powerful fighter against her cruel world. If you love underdog madness with high-stakes chaos, keep your eyes on this one. It officially premiered on January 8th, 2026. Last but not least, we have Sparks of Tomorrow. The story follows Inako, a devout girl facing an arranged marriage, living in a city still powered by steam, full of smoke, gears, and non-stop invention. But when the electricity finally hits, the world flips. Now, two outcasts hold the ultimate prize, a legendary catalog containing the 20th century's greatest secrets. What starts as a simple treasure hunt quickly turns into a wild ride of self-discovery, tough choices, and chasing a future nobody really sees coming. If you like steampunk, clever ideas, and a little heart to keep things grounded, this one's a must-watch. While there's no official release date yet, it's set to premiere sometime in 2026. And that's our list of 10 new anime you should definitely keep an eye on. If any of these piqued your curiosity, drop a like, share your thoughts in the comments, and if you want more anime recommendations like this, I'll see you again. Just subscribe to Anime Zenkai.